Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca, back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going over the Set 29 Headliners pack that features the Cy Young Mike Scott from 1986. He's a starting pitcher for the Houston Astros. It's a 99 overall card. We're going to give this card a Chewie review and really look at the attributes and evaluate how good this Mike Scott actually is. Also, guys, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Comment below what you guys think about Mike Scott, as well as hit that notification bell so you know whenever I'm uploading videos. Let's get into it and give this Mike Scott his Chewie review. The featured card for this headliner is a 99 overall, 1986 Cy Young Mike Scott, starting pitcher for the Houston Astros. He's right-handed throwing. He throws 4 pitches, a splitter as his primary, a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a curveball. He's 6'3", 215 pounds, and he was age 31 in 1986 when he won the Cy Young. An important thing to note when I'm about to go over his stat line from the 1986 season is the Houston Astros were still in the National League. They used to be part of the NL Central, and they moved over to the AL West in the last 10 or 12 years. So in 1986, Mike Scott's stat line looked like this. It was absolutely ridiculous before you get into it. He had an 18-10 record. He had a 2.22 ERA that led the National League. He pitched 275 innings, also led the National League. He had 306 strikeouts in the season, led the National League. He had a .23 whip, and he had a 10 Ks per 9, as well as an 8.4 WAR as a starting pitcher. These numbers are absolutely ridiculous for a season. Obviously, he won the Cy Young as an award. He was also an All-Star and finished 10th in the MVP race. Mike Scott was one of the best pitchers in the 80s, especially in the late 80s. He had a very good career. He's not quite a Hall of Famer. He's somebody that might get inducted later on whenever you get those legacy inductions into the Baseball Hall of Fame. However, he had a really good stretch in his prime, and it was highlighted by this 1986 season when he won the Cy Young. So let's go take a look at his attributes. His attributes are 114 stamina, 107 hit per 9, 112 K per 9, 80 base on balls per 9, 86 home run per 9, 119 pitching clutch, 86 control, 71 velocity, and 99 break. So looking at this card, he's not a guy that's a flamethrower. He's definitely more of a junk ball type of pitcher, as noted by his pitch repertoire, where his splitter is his main pitch at 82 miles an hour. It'll actually drop down to about 80 miles an hour if you're not trying to turn it all the way up when it comes to the power of the pitch. And he throws a 4-seam fastball, be able to hit that about 96, maybe 97. He does have a slider that goes 86 and a curveball that goes 79. Mike Scott has a pretty decent pitch speed differential when it comes to pitching. His card last year was, I believe, the Houston Astros Collection Reward, and he actually had a really good card for the 91 overall that it was. The splitter was filthy. Early on in the year, a lot of people used him. He just doesn't throw very hard, so you really have to be a good pitcher and mix his pitches. Work that splitter low, work the fastball all over the zone, mix in the slider and curveball when needed. I do think, though, his attributes this year are absolutely amazing with this 100+ on the hits per 9 and K per 9, as well as 119 pitching clutch is big. He does have good control at 86 control in the 80 base on balls, and he does have very good stamina at 114. Let's look at his quirks real quick. His quirks are pressure cooker, workhorse, stingy, untouchable, control artist, grounded, and Mr. Splitty. It's huge that Mr. Splitty is in here because it means his splitter is going to be super effective and it's his primary pitch. Also, the grounded and workhorse, I really like those quirks when it comes to pitchers. They're two of my favorites. The workhorse really allows you to go deep into games for pitching, which really helps considering they just switched the energy in patch 1.13 as I went over in the video that I released earlier this week. He has all the good quirks you need for a starting pitcher. This Mike Scott has great attributes. The biggest downside to Mike Scott, in my personal opinion, is he's not a flamethrower. It's much easier to pitch with a guy that throws 100 miles an hour and just crushing fastballs all over the zone and then come in with a slower changeup. With this Mike Scott, you're really going to have to know how to pitch. You're really going to have to work the zone side to side, up and down, all over the zone, and know what you're doing as a pitcher. Therefore, this Mike Scott's getting 4 Chewies, which I know is a very good rating, but I just think you really have to be a good pitcher. If he was a flamethrower and he threw the ball harder with these attributes, he'd be very much a 4.5 or a 5 Chewies. He's only going to get the 4 Chewies here because I think for some guys they're going to struggle pitching with him, which makes him lose a half a Chewie for me. So guys, Mike Scott gets those 4 Chewies. Let me know what you guys think about my rating for him down below in the comments. I hope you guys have a great day and be safe.